Salutations wet shavers, Spencer here, back for another shave. So, first off, afternoon cup of joe ready to go. I've just been back from TAFE, as you can tell, with the fluoro going on, and pretty good day today actually. We've been doing sheet metal work, which I don't really like, you know, cutting up sheet metal, pop rivets and all that fun stuff. I prefer welding and pipe work, all that. So yeah, it was alright. It's a module we need to cross off and that I've done, so yeah, so it was good. Pretty easy today. And what we're going to be doing is an easy shave as well. So this is a brush that I don't think I've used on here before. What it is like, I think it's a 26mm by MG Pens. It's a 26mm synthetic brush. Woo! I don't have a lot of them, but this is a gorgeous one that as soon as I saw I had to buy it. That chubby style in a gorgeous wood. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be, so I like heavy woods, but it's alright, some sort of cheap pine or something. And a pretty cheap MG Pens logo. Build quality is pretty average, I'm not going to lie. Like, there's bits of the knot that are shooting out in different directions. If you can see this hair just out in different directions, which is sort of off-putting for me. But design is absolutely amazing. I love the look of that. That looks insane. So overall, I'm really happy with the brush. So this is, I'm pretty sure it reminds me of like a Maggard sort of synthetic, where it's not too dense, it's pretty soft. It's just like a really good middle of the road, great introduction to badges, synthetic brushes. I said badges because I've been trying to break in my two badges, the Shave Mac and my Meseto shaving brush. You know what's shocking, right? This was $80. This $250. This is a better brush. Normally I'd hate to sort of say something like that, but for me it's a better brush. It just is. And we're still going with the APR. Still got another 2 soaps, I think, after this. 2 more scents. So we're going with Winterfell today. Yes, it's based off Game of Thrones Winterfell. So I'm not really sure what the notes are on this. It's a very like spicy, like I said, they're sort of spicy herbaceous scents. It's a very odd one for me, this one, but I really like it. It's actually a Winter LE limited edition, so we're gonna wet this. I'm not sure whether to bowl lather or not. I don't normally bowl lather. We'll do the raise hands again. Who wants to see a bowl lather? So that's probably 30 of you. And face lather, 29 and a half. So, all right, we're gonna go with the bowl lather today. Oh, and also for the razor, Wilkinson sticky. I wanted to use something that I really enjoyed using. Only used this once, and if you looked at the title of the video, it's like closest ever DE shave. But I mean, that's gonna change all the time. But it was a BBS shave, it was ridiculous. So technically, it was the closest shave. So, easy mechanism. Door opens, one door's a little bit wonky, but that's all right. Gonna go treat, second use. So these are the carbon steels. Sort of sitting a little bit funny there. And just close the doors. Tie it down. And aligned perfectly. So I hope everyone's well. A lot of people, you know, looking for new jobs or going through and, you know, being promoted, and I have a lot of friends that have been promoted in their work. So overall, it's actually been pretty positive. And Carl, I'm going to keep calling you Carl because you reckon that I'm saying Carl, not Kyle. Kyle. Just Aussies, just say Kyle. Kyle. Oi, Kyle, mate. How you doing? Hope you're alright, Kyle. We're just going to load straight away. He's done all of his academic studies, I think he was saying. So I think there's only one last one to go. But he's pretty confident with sticking up with the young guns. So big kudos to you, mate, for sticking up with the youngins. Shame you can't make lathers like the youngins can with natural hairs. Now that John Freak looks good, mate. It does. It looks good. That knot suits the look of the brush too. And I just saw Gil's new video. Very interesting. Using the new turn and shave. Milton, pretty sad you didn't take my suggestion. No, that's alright. Got a new brush. Gil got a new brush from Milton. And what it looks like, I can't remember if it's the Colonel or is it the Commodore? Or it could be the Duke, either one of those. I was looking at Duke 3s last night and I thought, I wonder if Milton would be able to do something similar because I know that he does some pretty nice badger knots. So I was, oh yeah. I've forgotten to buy leather. Oh well, we're face leathering today. My memory is just almost as bad as Chris's, but Chris's is worse. Because he's Scottish and old. What was I talking about? Yeah, I was wondering, if Milton would be able to do something like that. And then I see Gil's video. I was like, no! I wanted to do something like that goblet type look. That Whip Dog have those sort of brushes too. I had one in the cart, but with a different knot. I didn't end up buying it. Because then another project started with another... Well, it's not a brush maker, but it's a restorer. So that may give you an indication that it might be a vintage brush. Vintage styling. With a pretty self-explanatory knot for me. And I also have another one from Brushcraft. Pretty sure it's Brushcraft Shaving. I have that. And then I also have another one that me and Chris and I are keeping under wraps. That is, I don't know if it's on its way or not. I haven't been given any updates, but from America. And you will actually see it first on Chris's channel, which sort of shits me. And that's going to be a really interesting one. We were talking about badger knots and I was like, he mentioned a knot and I was like, oh yeah, I was literally looking at one yesterday, like the day before when we were talking about it. And that lather is perfect, by the way. I don't know if it's, look at that. Yes, it's a good lather from a synthetic. Okay, calm down, Chris. Calm down, Carl. Alright. Gonna have another sip of coffee. And yeah, we were talking about that knot. And I was like, oh yeah. I've been looking at one. And Chris is like, actually, now that you mention it, I might have one that you might like. I was like, you're joking. Sends me a picture. I thought about it for like a few minutes. I was like, money, but nah, I bought it. One day's growth, by the way. Do that little J turn. This is such a good daily ball razor, this. Very, very mild. But medium efficiency, I'd say. Pretty easy to shave quick with. And where was I? We were talking about that knot. So yeah, I bought the knot, so not the knot, the brush. And it's a very limited edition one. You'll see. So subscribe to Another Cut Above if you haven't already come from his channel. Most of my subs are from Chris. Another thank you, mate. Helped me out a lot. You can give that synthetic brush to your wife since you have a thing against pink. I love the colours. Oh, this feels great. I'll probably only use this blade twice. Carbon steel sort of die off quite quickly in my experience. See, Stephen the Suffolk Shaver was back from his holiday. Hope he had a great holiday, mate. Probably felt weird getting all those days' growth on your face. I know if I leave it for 3 days, I feel, you know, so weird. Oh, I love APR soaps. You can just tell the quality from when you wipe it off. You just feel the... unparalleled for me. It's still on the top. The closest, like I say, Mitchell's Woolfat and Barrister and Man is almost there, but it's just missing just that little bit. Oh, bloody pimple happening right there. How annoying. Colombian single origin French press. Sort of like slightly stone fruit, but in a dark roast, so it's still sort of got like a back note of sort of chocolate and that caramelly sweetness. The stone fruit sort of just are in the background a little bit. Still good though. So I'll be waiting in the comments because pretty much every video I use a synthetic. Kyle posts a comment, wow, best lather ever. Oh my goodness, wow, best lather. Oh my God, best brush. So I hope everyone's been doing really well. Been getting there, not too bad. Don't think I'm getting a call back from this plumber, but that's alright. Next. You're the one missing out if you're hiring a shitty 16-year-old that doesn't know what they're doing. Got no common sense. Oh. I'll probably wait till Monday to shave again, just to give that 3-day break like I have been doing lately. I just wasn't really going to have time to shave over the weekend. I did not want 4 days growth. 3 days growth? Yeah, fine. 4 days? Nah, thanks. I get really itchy, so I can't like actually grow a beard. Well, I can, but I'm really only talking to Kyle there because he's the only one that doesn't believe me. Yeah, I've really been slowing down on purchases. And it's good because I was constantly purchasing new products, constantly. But now that I've got the YouTube channel up, I'm wanting to review the things that I've got. So, you know, if someone wants to know how a soap performs, how a razor blade performs, then they can. And so I have a chance to catch up. I mean, I got over 60 soaps. I mean, like compared to like Paul H and pretty sure Ken has a Kenneth Lee has a lot of soaps. Actually, I'm really wanting to try Blackbot. By Crown King. Their formulas are great too. PAA and Crown King. They're really good performers, and another reason why I really like them is their packaging. Their packaging is gorgeous. I'll show you. Mainly PAA, but I mean, like that just looks tops, and the frosted sort of look is just stunning. I love it. Woo! Oh, I love that scent. Have I used that on this channel yet? I can't remember. If I haven't, I have to use that because it's so good. Because I wanted to do those Throwback Thursdays that Kyle's doing, but I can't. It's not really a throwback for me because I don't have anything to throw back to because I've only got like a few videos. She's feeling good, but I can definitely tell that I'm only shaving a day's growth and that my skin's not used to it. It doesn't hurt, but it's not as comfortable as like a 3-day growth shave. So yeah, now I've been thinking about getting Milton to do a badger for me, because I do want to try one of his badger knots. That looked awesome. I can't remember, was that a silver tip or a finest? Kyle I'm talking to, by the way, with your brush, because that looked really good. Looks more like a silver tip. And I'm just wondering if it has much backbone, because I remember Milton sent me a list of the knots he does. But I wasn't super interested in the badgers because I don't think I had any fans. I think he was getting some in. I'm pretty sure it was Milton. I'll have to message him later. And poor guy, I must be annoying him. Because I was really wanting something along either the lines of a chubby, as much as I was saying that I would never get a chubby style handle, I wouldn't if it was over $200, because this gets lather everywhere all over the handle, and because it's short and stumpy, it just gets slippery and you know. But, like this, it doesn't really have much of an issue. I added a heap of water at the start, so down here's not too great. But I've used it a few times, this brush, and yeah, it's really good. It doesn't really leak too much. Yeah, it doesn't feel great over here. Doesn't feel terrible, just not great. And I know that it's not the razor, and it might not be the blade, it just could be Daily Shave. So, I'm not too fussed, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to be using the Allen block, and then I'll use that awesome splash that I know and dearly love. Question time. What's the worst nick, cut or injury you've had with a razor? I mean, I had a massive slice with a shavette shave, with one of the DE ones. I was getting really cocky. I think I said this in my Camisori shave as well. I was getting super cocky with the DE shavettes after like my third shave. All of a sudden thought I was a pro. So I just came along and just went along like that, and it caught and it slipped down, and I had like a massive cut like here that there's still like a light little scar. It's not super noticeable, but I can see it. I can tell it's there. And also, when I was loading my PAA open comb slant, this Bakelite beast, I love this razor. Wow. It's, yeah, even just looking at it gets me excited. It's so different. It's a light razor. It's really cool. I was loading it, and I didn't know if it was fully tightened or not, so I gave it a little bit more. My finger slipped off like that. So like, I was twisting that way, so that's the way that the razor went. And then for some reason I stopped, and then my finger came right down and sliced open my finger there, and that was a lot deeper cut, that. And yeah, that one actually really hurt. I felt that one right away. But fun times. It's all in good fun. So just cleaning out the synthetic, which is easier than a natural hair. At first I didn't really notice a difference, but now after properly cleaning out my natural hairs and being OCD... Woo! Lost hair. Wait. Huh. Look at this dopey hair. I don't know if you can... you can't really see it in video, but it is sticking out and it's not coming off. And I can't deal with that. Sweet. All gone. It was just a dopey one chilling out like here, like really far out. That's really close. And really close daily shave equals lots and lots of sting. So let's find that lots and lots of sting. Huh. It's there, but it's not terrible. This is going to hurt, but I reckon. Yeah, sting. Oh yeah. Not the worst I've had, but definitely more than when I get with a shave every 3 days. Which is what I want to go for. That's the point in shaving, is smooth shaves. Whether for you, smooth, you want a smooth face, or smooth shave as in comfortable. I try and get a good mix of both, but generally I would rather a comfortable shave than closeness. I don't often overshave, but when I do, I don't like it. Alright. What I'm thinking of doing is at the end of videos is put one either hardware or software at the end of the video and ask you guys what you would rather see. So I'm going to do that with my brush. So next shave, I'll put two brushes into running. Yeah, this is not very dense. Yeah, it's not dense at all, really. So, and it's not the softest either. So, it's got okay backbone, but you can feel the empty bits, sort of. It's hard to explain. Would I recommend MG pens? For the price, no. If they were the same price as Evershave, Turn and Shave, yeah. But, nah. Yeah, nah. So, this is my first one of MG pens. It could be, just the one that I got, but it's alright. It's nothing to write home about, but... Okay, so, next shave. Ooh, what have we got here? We're going to go... Got one of them decided. Why not? Bore against bore, alright? We have a Windsor with a deluxe Volfix knot, or we have, this is my version of Chris's M&F, the Morrison Faundren. This is a fucking shedder. She's a fucking shedder. As you can see already, the varnish is coming off. This is the Kent VS70. It's got a lot of scritch to it, but like enjoyable scritch. Well, for me it is anyway. It's not overpowering or anything like that for me. We're just going to throw on Witch Hazel first, and I'll continue talking about the brushes. Phase Witch Hazel Original. Witch Juice. Oh, that sounds disgusting. I regret saying that now. It's the Hazel of Witches. Okay. Witches breast milk. I need to stop there. Could go really badly. So, as that's drying in, we have these two. So, I love both these brushes, but this sheds, and look at how big it is, that knot. That's a huge, pretty sure this is like a 28mm bore knot. There is bigger out there, and I'm willing to get one. Possibly have one being made. It'll be interesting. I'm keen to see it. Anyway, that was the shave. Ooh, almost forgot. Aftershave splash. So we're going to go Winterfell. The matching aftershave. Heaps of it. Because I love this stuff. It's the best. It is. It is. Oh, yeah. Ah. It's so relaxing using APR, seriously. If you've never tried it, jump onto the Stray Whisker and just buy a set. I highly recommend buying a set because seriously, the splash completely makes it for me. Oh, they're fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Woo, what a shave. So, we'll do a run through. Soap, Winterfell, splash, Winterfell. Wilkinson sticky with a treat. Durasharp. It was its second use. It's now in the blade bin. We had gorgeous Colombian single origin. Not as good as an AeroPress, but still good. French press, which is sort of like a plunger. AeroPress is sort of like a pressured plunger. What else am I missing? Used the Thayer's Witch Hazel, and we just ran out of the limit. So, Thayer's Witch Hazel, just towards the end of the video, just my luck, go me. Thayer's Witch Hazel, which has dried up nicely. My face feels fantastic. And we use the MG Pens brush. Check them out on their Etsy. Just have a look at their brushes. Just check them out. You know, it's up to you. Have a look at their pricing, see if they're worth it, and have some splendid shades, everyone. Take care, keep smiling, and I already said take care, so doubly take care. Stay smiling, guys.